Hey guys, today is going to be just like a sit down video. It is early morning. I am still in my pajamas, but I don't know, I may stay in them all day. I'm not going anywhere that I know of, but I wanted to give y'all an update on the washing machine. We did finally get it. Okay, so so far this has been going on like a month, and they were supposed to send somebody out. The person rescheduled, supposed to send somebody out again. They canceled. All the things and all the stuff and all the arguing back and forth, and well, not really arguing, but just the runaround is what they were giving me. That's what they were doing. Then finally they give us money to get a replacement, but it's not enough to fully replace it, so we have to put money with it. Money we didn't expect to spend. It wasn't as much as a new washer, but we should not have had to spend it because the extended warranty that we purchased said repair or replacement. And even the lady at Lowe's couldn't understand why they didn't give us the full replacement value. So anyway, I mean, if the employee at Lowe's doesn't understand it, something's got to be wrong. And honestly, what I felt like should have happened is when she said that, when she noticed that, she could have called a manager back and said, hey, can we give them a discount to cover this fully like they're supposed to, because they could have done that. But anyway, we were tired. We were done. I was done with arguing with them. We just got it. We just ordered it. Okay. Then we had to wait a week for it to get there. And then I noticed on their app that the status changed on Thursday. We were supposed to pick it up Friday, but the lady said that she didn't understand why it wouldn't be there Thursday. So anyway, I noticed the status changed on Thursday, like the date on it changed, but not what they were supposed to be doing. They were supposed to be getting it ready or whatever. And then Friday, it said it was delayed. And I'm thinking, what? It's delayed? What is happening? So Saturday, we called, and the girl took Jeff's name and number, and to this day, today is Tuesday, this was on Saturday, she has still not called him back, even though she was supposed to call him back. And she didn't know. Okay, here's the situation. He gave them his name and his phone number to call him back. The washer account, all that stuff is in my name and my phone number. She didn't even know what he was calling about. She just didn't want to talk to him. So she got him off the phone and hung up. Never called him back to this day. So anyway, Jeff called back about an hour later because I told him, I said, she's not calling you back. I said, she didn't write down your phone number. She didn't write down your name. I said, she wasn't even listening to you. She didn't even have your name right, because she didn't. And he had to tell her. So he called back, and I told him to find out if it was there, to find out if our washer was at the store. And they said yes, they were staging it. And I said, I don't need it to be on no stage. It ain't doing no act for me. Find out if we can go get it. So he asked them. I would have said, I'm coming to get my washing machine. We done spent a lot of money on it and waited. But anyway, he asked if we could come get it, and they said yes. So that wasn't done staging, but we could come get it. And I'm like, I don't care if it's not done staging. I don't know what that means. I don't care what that means. We paid for it. It's there. We're supposed to be able to come pick it up. That was just my thoughts. So we went over there, and there was like 4 or 5 employees just standing around not doing anything at all at the service desk. And like 1 or 2 that was actually working. They were just standing around talking. And I started to ask if one of them had his phone number, because I know that the girl that was supposed to call him back, that still has not to this day, was never going to call him back. But anyway, I just didn't fool with it. We got the washing machine. We came home. Jeff inspected it because we've had so many different things come out of the box dented from Lowe's. I mean, we've been shopping with them for large appliances for 24, 25 years. I know at least 24 years because we bought our first flat top stove there, and that was almost, well, it was close to 25 years ago. It might be 25 years by now. I don't know. Anyway. We got the washer. Brought it home. They hooked it up. I've been using it ever since. But I have not been folding. This is my sofa blanket. It's not part of it. But this is my planner. But one of my planners. But anyways, we got clothes there that I need to fold. And then we've got another little basket of clothes that I need to fold. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. But this whole experience with the washing machine has made me, Jeff and I next month will be married 25 years. No, 29 years. And 24, 25 of that marriage, we've shopped at Lowe's for large appliances. Almost our whole entire marriage, we've shopped there for large appliances. We've shopped there the whole time we've been married, but not for large appliances because we didn't need them, couldn't afford them, whatever reasons. But yeah, we actually, for this house, we bought a lot of our products. Yes, we bought a lot from Bucks, but we bought a lot of the things, the wood and just different things to remodel this house from Lowe's. But I'm to the point that I'm just not sure if I want to shop there anymore. I mean, if their customer service is that terrible, to treat customers that way for over a month, even though they bought the extended warranty, even though they've done all of the things they were supposed to do, I just don't know, y'all. I don't know. What would you do? Would you just stop? I mean, there's too many options nowadays. It seems like, to me, in my humble opinion, if a company wanted to keep you shopping there, since there are so many options, that they would have better customer service. And I know that Lowe's has lower prices on a lot of things, but honestly, after you have, like with us, we bought the extended warranty, which was more money. It would have cost the same anywhere probably. But anyway, since the extended warranty didn't cover like it was supposed to and didn't replace, we had to spend more money. So honestly, it wasn't cheaper. It wasn't. It just wasn't cheaper in the long run for us to buy from there. And it's happened not to this extent of craziness, but it's happened before. So tell me what you would do. Would you still shop there? Because I'm about done. Hopefully we won't have to need another, we won't have to have another major appliance for quite a long time. But anyway, so that's what's going on. We have a washer. It's working wonderfully. I have been washing and washing and washing. In fact, I have some to wash now, but I wanted to record this first. So, I also wanted to, I've had people ask about Delilah. She's doing really well. She has had a couple of times where she was a little wobbly, so we checked her glucose, and it's been a little low. So I talked to her vet yesterday. Sorry. Whenever I went in to get her more insulin, because it was time to get her insulin, I talked to her about that, and she wants to put another Libre monitor on her, and we're supposed to do that tomorrow, just to find out how it's doing. Also, the last time whenever we did take her, I think I mentioned this to you guys, but I'm not sure, but because we had some suspicion about her glucose dropping midday. It's midday when it happens. It's always about the same time. because we had some suspicions about that, we talked to the vet about it, and she said to give her a little bit, just like a teaspoon each meal, more of food. So that's what we've been doing. But Delilah is gaining weight quite a bit. So we're going to do the Libre device. I mean, she's not terrible. She's not. But we don't want her to get overweight, because that'll be even more problems with diabetes. And I know I'm way overweight. I cannot talk about people being overweight or dogs or whatever. And I'm not. That's not the point. I want to lose weight. I have not figured out how. I have tried all sorts of things. Anything that my doctor has said, I've tried it, and all this other stuff. Honestly, I've been doing research, and I'm really thinking my hormones are out of whack really bad. And that is the only way I'm going to lose weight, is if I get my hormones balanced. Because exercise doesn't work. Starving myself doesn't work. I've tried different types of diets. Do y'all remember the grapefruit diet? The grapefruit juice diet? Not for me. You had to eat you had to drink grapefruit juice, and then you had to eat a bunch of bacon, and I couldn't eat the eggs. Y'all know me and eggs if you've been around a while. I don't like eggs that much. But anyways, it was a crazy diet. This was years ago. But I've tried different things, and they haven't worked. And I have different things fighting against me. Poor Delilah does too. She's got things fighting against her, health-wise. So, you know, I don't want her, though, to get worse if I can control it. Because I was trying to control it with me, and doing what the doctor said, but it didn't work. And I am discovering, and I know people say, well, don't look at the internet for all this stuff. I'm discovering, because I follow a few doctors, and they're supposed to be doctors. I don't know if they really are or not, but you know, on Instagram. And a lot of doctors don't know a lot of things about the different things, like hypothyroidism, insulin resistance, how all this stuff goes together and all that. And also perimenopause. Y'all, she ain't a friend. The hot flashes, the personal summers you have. But anyway, back to Delilah. We'll worry about me later. She can't control herself. Delilah, we have, we're going to do the Libre monitor for a couple weeks. See how her levels are. Maybe even just a week. See how her levels are. And if her levels are dropping around the same time, she's thinking maybe we'll lower her insulin dose to what it was originally. Because originally, whenever she upped her dose at night, because it was 2 units in the morning, 1 at night. Now it's 2 in the morning, 2 at night. Whenever she originally upped her dose, Delilah was on a different food, but she had to be put on a special food because of her kidney disease. So I'm thinking maybe the new food has something to do with it. Not sure, don't know. But this is still new to us. We're still learning. We're still trying to figure out how it's going to work for her. And trying to make her as healthy as possible. Well, something else that the vet had talked about in the very beginning, she had said if she was younger, if she was healthier, you know, things like that, she would consider, you know, talking to us about spaying her. Because a lot of times when you spay a female dog who has diabetes, it will reverse it to insulin resistance, and they don't have to take that medication every day. They can live a healthier life, and they're better. They don't have that problem, which insulin is a hormone. So, you know, her hormones out of whack, my hormones out of whack. We just some crazy women. She's a dog, yes, I know. But anyway, but now the vet, she told me yesterday, I don't want to say her name or anything, so I'm trying to be careful. Anyway, she said that as well as Delilah is doing, she might have might feel differently about spaying her. So it's something we need to be thinking about, praying about, and deciding if it's something we may want to do. Do we want to put her through a surgery so she won't have to have the shots every day? Or do we want to just keep giving her shots? We don't know. We're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss everything, the three of us together, and make the decisions. I thought about asking Selena, which I don't know if it means Delilah technically is Selena's dog. She was hers, but she couldn't take her with her whenever she moved. So, she's ours. She's always been ours, but still. I don't know if Selena would want. I mean, I've kept her updated about Delilah's health and all that stuff, but I don't know if she'd want to be part of that decision or not, because she doesn't live here anymore and all. I don't know. I just don't know about that part. But she hasn't made any of the other decisions. It's mostly been me because I'm the mama. But yeah, but Delilah is doing really well. She's had a little bit of wobbliness and her blood sugar goes low, but what we do is we can give her just a little bit of food or a little treat or something that won't interfere with her kidney disease, and it goes right up. She's fine. So we're handling it. We're doing what we're supposed to do, I guess. Let's see, what else is there update wise? Well, whenever you see this, Jeff will already be off work for what they call it is shutdown. His job, twice a year, they shut the plant down for retooling, where that they put in all the new things for building new cars. If you don't know, he works at an auto manufacturing plant, and they have to change for the next year's model, and they do that end of June, 1st of July, and then they do it again in December. So he's off for about 9 days in the middle of the year, and then he's off for quite a bit at the end. But part of that is for Christmas, part of it's retooling, and then part of it he usually takes his vacation time toward the end of the year. And the reason why he takes his vacation time, because people have said, why don't you take it when it's warmer, y'all can go do something, blah blah blah, whatever. The reason why he does not take his vacation time earlier in the year is if something happens, he can use his vacation time to be off work. Because with his job, he only has, which they have given him, I think, 1 or 2 more personal days a year, but it used to be only 3 days. I think now it's maybe 4 or 5. That just changed recently, so I'm not sure. I need to ask him, because I need to, I need to know this. But he only has a certain amount of personal days, and if he uses them up, he can get in trouble, and if he's out too many times, he could lose his job. Very easily lose his job. So, and he's been working there for 20 years, a little over 20 years, and he has perfect attendance, so, for the whole time. So I think that's pretty good. But yeah, anyway, I don't know if there's any more updates. While he's off, we're not planning on, vacation or anything like that. We're going to be home. We're not going anywhere. But we do plan on getting a few things done that we need to get done. And y'all know, if you've been around, we still don't have our other house for sale. Some people thought we have, but we don't. We haven't had time, because every time we plan on working on it up there and doing things to get it ready for selling, something else happens here, and it's like, he doesn't have much time off, and some of those things that need to be done I definitely cannot do. I am not mentally, physically capable. Like, I don't know how to do it. Like, I don't know how it works, that kind of thing. Like, I don't know the craftsmanship behind it or whatever. I don't know. I don't have the skills. There we go. I don't have the skills to do what needs to be done. There's not a lot of repair that needs to be done at the house, but we do want to do some things, because if we were purchasing it, we would want it to be done. That kind of thing. Things we were already planning on doing before we ever even before we ever bought our land. We were planning on doing those things. We had just not done it yet, but because we were going to do them for our own selves, because we wanted it done. So yeah, that kind of thing. But yeah, maybe we'll be able to work on that some. I don't know yet. We've got a few things around here we need to do. I want to get a chicken run type thing, like a chicken yard. I really don't know what to call it, but with it covered. Actually, Anne Marie from Big Dreams Tiny Budget, she did something like this. Like, I want to say it's like chain link fence type situation, but it's big and it's got a top on it, so nothing can get in the top or the sides, or I mean, if something really wanted to get in, they could dig under, I guess. But anyway, we want to do something like that, and I don't know when or if we're going to do it, if we're going to build something ourselves, how we're going to do it, but we need to do something so we can start letting the small birds, small chickens out. Now there's a turkey. It's my phone. I got a text. Okay. But yeah, things are going well. I can't think of anything. Our garden is, oh my goodness, the tomatoes, y'all. They are so heavy on the vine that even though, put that back under my leg. Even though we put tomato cages up and we staked them up and all that stuff, they're still falling. They're just so heavy. It's a blessing, but it's also like, how are we going to keep them from rotting on the ground, because they keep falling over and we keep picking them up. But we actually, yesterday, I gave my sister-in-law and mother-in-law some peppers, bell peppers and jalapenos and tomatoes, because we had some. That was the first time we picked tomatoes, and I didn't share that, of course, with you guys, because I was just giving them some. So we've had 2 harvests from our stuff, and it's been nice. It's been really nice. But yeah, that's all I think I'm gonna talk about today. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. And if you don't mind, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing, because I really want to know. Now my camera's gonna quit. Let me start over. Okay, I didn't mean start over. I meant start the camera over, because it only gives you a certain amount of minutes and then it quits. So anyways, I've been mid-sentence before and it's quit. But I don't know what I was saying now. I don't know. Oh, if you have any questions about anything I've said. I mean, this is kind of just like an update, chitty chat video. If you have any questions, concerns, thoughts, I don't know. I don't see why anybody would be concerned, but it's a good update. We got the washing machine. Delilah's doing great. Our garden is doing fantastic. So it's a good thing. Good things are happening, even though bad things have happened. So yeah. If you have any questions, though, let me know. If you have a prayer request, you can leave that down below as well. Like, share, and subscribe. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.